Hi, I'm Danielle, and this is Chatter Out Loud, a podcast where I share thoughts and TV commentary on shows I like to watch. Now, before I start, I want to ask that you go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe. And on YouTube, where I upload my companion episode of the podcast, be sure to hit the notification bell. This way you can get a notification every time I post a new episode, and then you won't miss out. It doesn't cost you anything to follow and subscribe, so go ahead, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and thank you in advance. All right, so welcome everyone. I thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. I wanted to jump on one last time in terms of giving a live feeds update and talk about after the Power of Veto ceremony this afternoon. All right, so as we know that Marty is the HOH this week, he nominated Jay and JC Lynn. They played the Power of Veto competition. JC Lynn won the Power of Veto. And this afternoon, she did use it on herself, removed herself off of the block. And then Marty went along with the plan that was solidified last night in terms of placing Betty on the block. So now we have Jay and Betty are on the block. One of those two people will be going home on Thursday. All right. So after the Power of Veto ceremony, we see Betty and JC Lynn talking. Betty said that she'd vote in her favor, but there was a deal exchange there saying that if I vote for you, if you happen to win the next HOH, just don't put me up. So I think Betty agreed to that. In that conversation, they also were talking about Kyle, Gino, and Marty, right? In that they know they're together and they're the guys alliance. And Betty appears to be a little irritated by Marty because I guess he talked with her. Marty claims that he never made a promise with Betty, but Betty claims that Marty said that she was good, and then he wound up putting her on the block anyway. So it sounds like that both JC Lynn and Betty were kind of having like a mutual experience, right? Because both of them claim that Marty said they were safe, and then they wound up going on the block. So now they have a mutual target, right? So JC Lynn and Betty are now targeting Marty. All right. And they both are on to Kyle and Kevin in terms of them having influence in making this shift, right? Because originally Marty was going to put up Kevin. And so anyway, Betty and JC Lynn blame Kyle and Kevin. So I think they're on to them. And they were talking a little shade. I didn't pick up everything. All right. Marty now wants to replace Moose in their alliance. And remember, the alliance was Gino, Kyle, Marty, and Moose. Yeah, Gino, Kyle, Marty, and Moose were in an alliance. And now, as of last night, Marty now wants to replace Moose with Gino. Oh, excuse me, wants to replace Moose with Herman. Yeah, so if Marty has his druthers, he would be in an alliance with Kyle, Gino, and Herman. And I think this is the alliance that's called the Bros. I never remember the names of the alliance, but I know that they are working together. And I think one of the reasons, they all think that Moose is sketchy. And Moose is just, I think he's cracking under the pressure. I mean, I talked about it in my last episode, so you have to listen to that. All right. Kyle doesn't trust Moose. Yeah, we're clear on that. I think he called him something like a power hopper. So Kyle doesn't like Moose. He thinks he's sketchy. Or he doesn't trust Moose. He thinks he's sketchy. All right. Apparently during Kevin and Marty's long conversation in the HOH last night, it does appear, and I'm seeing other people letting me know, that Kevin did influence this shift of Marty replacing JC Lynn with Betty versus him. So I have to give kudos to Kevin if that is indeed what he has done. Well, it sounds like he did because a lot of people are confirming that. Yeah, Kevin is really the one who put that bug in Marty's ear. So apparently Kevin has influence. And then the fact that Kyle and Herman both agreed that it was a good idea, it kind of sealed the deal. So let's give Kevin some props. He's actually playing the game. Similar to how he said he was going to play. I didn't believe him at first, to be honest, because I thought, here's someone acting like, oh, they're going to be the puppet master, or they're going to do this and be so mean. But he's actually playing that way, I suppose. All right. Marty also told Gino, I was going to say Gina. Marty also told Gino that he trusts Helena and has a final two with her. Marty talks so much. I think he told him that just to show him that he had Helena in his back pocket. I don't know what Marty is doing or what he's thinking sometimes. He talks a lot in this game. And I know talking is part of the game, but it's just so much. Like, he can't hold anything, you know? Oh, well, hold on. Boy, I am having issues. Phones going off, computers going off. All right. Okay, so it's more of Marty talking, and he talks a lot. Okay, Summer and Tanisha were in the mystery room with the phone. And apparently Betty knew 10 days ago that Jay was after Summer, and it upset Summer to where now she's ready to go tell everyone everything about Jay. And she wants to tell everyone about Jay, everything that Jay has said, just to make sure they go home. I'm not sure. Yeah, the context 100%. Other than that, I think maybe Betty told her this. And this happened, or I think it was over 10. Well, when they first moved in the house, I think Betty, in their conversation, told Summer this. And then Summer kind of is resenting Betty in terms of, why are you waiting 10 days to tell me all this? And then she's also pissed off at Jay because of what Jay did. Okay. All right. There's so much going on in the house. It feels like everyone is after everyone. And at this point, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see a lot in the episode tonight. I'm sure that'll offer a little bit of context on how some of the things. We'll see diary room sessions, right? That also helps us with understanding where people's mindset is. So we'll see more of that. One other thing I wanted to point out really quickly before we leave is BB Twitter. I'm telling you, remember I told you BB Twitter can be rough. So I just want to read a tweet. Someone tweeted that Steph, meaning Stephanie, in the BBCAN house this season, right? They said Steph hasn't washed her water bottle since she moved in. Oh my God. I think I'm delirious. I'm so tired from watching these live feeds, and I thought that just made me laugh. I needed a laugh this afternoon, and that was it. So I jumped on Twitter and I saw that, and I just cracked up. So that did it for me, and I just wanted to share with you. All right, so Power of Veto ceremony happened this afternoon. Marty went through with replacing, or JC Lynn pulled herself down because she won the Power of Veto. Marty went through with putting Betty on the block. So maybe this will light a fire under Betty. I don't know. She's played in 3 competitions and came in last all 3. So I don't know. If anything, she'll get money from the mystery door. So we have to see how that plays out, right? And I'm hoping Betty, just for general purposes. I think that's the term, right? Just based on principle. I hope that Betty picks the highest dollar amount in that mystery door. I really do. Because that'll change everyone's plan now, because people will resent her for getting a lot of money. I guarantee it. But I like the mystery door thing that's happening this year. All right, so that's all I wanted to share. Let's see. Do I have anything else? No, that's it. That's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, follow, and subscribe. You can also leave me a message. Leave me a comment. If you're interested in leaving me a message on the podcast, you can do that right on that landing page. So go ahead and click the link and check that out. All right. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to my podcast, Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.